Okay, so in this particular video, this is the last video under this particular module, and here I'm going to show you how to delete a partition, which is a very sensitive um, activity to do, and how to extend the size of a partition. So deleting a partition essentially happens maybe because probably there is nothing on that partition. Like in this case now, this particular, you would rarely use this though, but let's say maybe you have a particular partition that you've created and maybe you don't need it for anything and you want to create a new, you want to maybe merge it with another partition or something, then you might want to delete that partition. How is a partition deleted? Now we are going to use, so please, I see no reason why you want to delete a system reserved partition. I see no reason why you want to delete your C drive. Whatever partition you are deleting would be because you do not need it, and maybe because you created it earlier, or you do not need it and maybe you want to extend the size of another partition, which is what I'm going to do here right now. So the partition that we created, this one, the DAPO2, I'm going to delete it now. You click on delete. Now we're not applying that action yet. Then I'm going to add it to my second window. Now the whole process, so that's deletion. Then now I want to extend it. I want to extend another partition, and to do that I am going to right click on this Windows for Work, because that's the one I want to extend. Extension basically means you want to increase the size of that partition. Now when you want to extend, there are two things that could happen. You could take space from another existing partition that has free space. Like in this case, by default the software wants to take space from my DAPO drive, but that's not what I want. So I'm not going to take free space from there. I'm not going to extend from there. I'm going to click here, and the unallocated space that I have just created but I have not applied is what I am going to now do. So that's what I'm going to extend. Now you are the one to decide how much space you want to extend. You may be taking part space, or you may be taking the entire free space that is left. Now you may want to take only part of a space, maybe because that's just how much you need from whatever partition, whether you're taking it from an unallocated space or you're taking it from an existing partition, whatever it is you're taking it from, whatever it is you are extending from. You may want to take the full, you may want to take part, and taking part depends on, maybe you want to take some other free space, maybe for some other partitions or something. In that case, then it's fine. But in this case, for this unallocated space that I just deleted, because once you delete a partition, it becomes an unallocated space, meaning nothing is happening there, no file is there, and it is free for you to use. But I'm going to take the entire space. So this is it. So I've just moved that dial. It's going to take the entire 9.82 gigs and add it to my Windows for Work partition, and then I click OK. Now you can see it has updated that, though it has not applied it. Now Windows for Work has increased in size. Now I will now click on apply, and then to ask you if you want to add your pending changes, and that's it. So it's going to process the files, and then it's going to now there's a possibility when you're dealing with an unallocated space, resizing, extension does not take time. When you're trying to extend a particular partition and you are taking space from an unallocated partition, it will not take, it won't take much time, depending. But I'm going to pause the video to not take unnecessary time with this, and then come back when it is done. Okay, you are going to see magic right now. So it has finished extending and the process has been completed successfully. Now you notice that the unallocated space that the partition we created and then deleted has disappeared, and then it has been added to this Windows for Work partition, which is where I have my second Windows operating system installed. Now let's confirm that everything is as we wanted it to go. Now let's come to this PC. Ta-da! So you can see there's no more DAPO2, it has disappeared, and that space has been added to this second partition. You can see this one has more space, that's 10.8 gigs. All right, so that is how you delete a partition that you do not need and maybe want to add as a space to somewhere else, to another partition. And then I've also showed you how to do the extension. Now this knowledge is going to be very useful for you. Maybe you notice that a particular partition is already running out of space and you need to add more space to it. Now in that case, if you don't have an unallocated partition, bear in mind you don't have to first create you don't have to first resize, then you now create a new partition, then you now delete, then you now add. No. If you have any other partition that there is free space on it, maybe let's say I want to extend local disk C and I have free space, for example, now on the on this drive, all I need to do is to simply take space using the extend option here. I want to add to local disk C, right click. I'm repeating myself, but I'm repeating it so you can understand very well. Extend. I just look for, okay, which partition do I want to take space from? Oh, I want to take it from G drive. Okay, if you're okay with that, how much space do I want to take? Then you can, you can move the dial around depending on how much space you want to consume, and you click OK, and then you click apply. So you don't have to first create an unallocated partition before you extend something. If you have free space on one partition somewhere, you can just simply do the extension. So that will help you when a certain partition is running out of space and you have another partition that has some space on it, and then you want to extend. So that's how that works. All right, now bear in mind all these operations are being done on one hard drive, the hard drive that you have inside your system. This does not apply and is impossible to do. Everything we've done under this module in the 3 videos is impossible to do with an external with connecting an external hard drive. You cannot take space from an external hard drive and then add it to a drive that is inside your system. That is not possible. So I just need to say that. All right, so we've come to the end of module 1, which surprisingly had 3 videos instead of 1, and that's it. So see you in the next module.